Alright, this should be streaming. Let's check YouTube real quick. That's really weird. Why does the chat disappear after so long? I don't know. And why won't that go away? Alright. Totally trying something new here. Got the oh, chat going on up on the screen there. So, figured maybe people would like that. Hopefully that all saved too. Let's go advanced settings. See here. Today. And yeah, that's all good. Save changes. Cool. View on watch page. That's not what I'm trying to do. Alright. Go ahead and give myself a thumbs up. Alright. Let's get out of this. Alright, let's see. Where am I at on here? What's on the agenda? Tonight I am finally going to actually do some work with this. So this one is actually something I'm doing for my own truck, although this is not my cluster. This is just a random one I had laying around. My wife's out of town with my truck, so while she's gone, I figured I'd at least get this all mocked up so I can put it in there. So let me get these LEDs off of here. Alright, so they fade away, but that community guideline stays on there. That's really obnoxious. I'll have to figure out how to get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get these LEDs off of this one. Start with that. Probably be a kind of short video. I don't know. This might take forever too, because I gotta actually put everything on here and then take them off. But yeah, these are those individually addressable LEDs that run natively at 12 volts. So they are it's like the same thing except it ends in 5 instead of 2. Let me go look at eBay real quick from where I bought these. I bought a This is the only place I could find that sold them. The WS2815s, which are these right here. These are a little circuit board that I made in EASYEDA and had them print out. It was like $3 to get them. And I think I paid $8 for this reel of these. So, it's a reel of what? How many? Doesn't say. Let me pull up the listing. 50. That's 50 of them. So, not too bad. But yeah, so I don't have to use a buck converter with these. I can run them just fine off of the Magic controller. So that was the whole purpose of that. So let's get back to OBS so I can see what's going on here and pull up the chat. Yep. Just LEDs. All right, let's get these off of this board. Yeah, that's really weird. It must be the stuff I copied and pasted for the code to run the chat. It makes them come up and go away. I would like that community guidelines to just go away, because I don't care. I don't care. There's no rules here. But, yeah, I totally soldered LEDs onto the back of this one. Instead of just, I'm too cheap to stock the the proper LEDs for this instrument cluster, because I don't like doing LED swaps on this cluster anyways. I always recommend to people to just go buy the right part for it and get them off of like Amazon or something and do it themselves too, because it's super easy to do. There's no point in me doing it for you, because kind of I don't like to do anything for less than $80. It's just, to me, it's not worth my time. So I don't like doing LED swaps on this cluster. So I don't. and I always just send people links on where to buy the LEDs and how to put the sockets on there, so that way you don't have to solder anything on there. So those are all still good. But yeah, so basically how this is going to work are these guys are just going to sit on there, and for this project I'm just going to use a little hot glue to hold them on there. Yeah, I got it set to a solid color right now. It's not going to cycle through any of them. But yeah, let me get to, I got to put together 3 more of these, I think. I think it's 3. 1, 2, yep, 3 more. So I'll do these 3 real quick, and then I will move on to doing the wiring and putting it on the board. But yeah, just kind of, this video is more of just figuring out how to do the whole having the chat show up on the screen, and I guess kill some time. I've been busy lately. Trying to shop for all these parts to build this new computer and stuff. I've not been focusing on doing any videos, so that is that. Just put the chip on there. See, I'm visible on the camera. Get that wire untwisted. Come on. That is not sitting on there right. Oof. Oof, that is ugly. That is ugly. I need some practice with these. It's been a while. Let's try tinning it first. That'll probably go easier. Probably tinning it in some flux will make a ton of difference. I was trying to be lazy, see if I could get away without tinning it. That's not gonna work for me. I like to try to avoid using much flux, and yeah, I don't like to use a lot of flux around LEDs just because they're kind of sensitive to the alcohol when you have to remove all the flux. So, oh well. I'll just be a little more careful when I clean them up. Or just leave all the flux on there. What do I care? It's for my own truck. It doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't for somebody else. There we go. Nice and 10. Oh, the difference a little bit of flux makes. Let's see, is that... Yeah, that's got a... Let's just use a different one. I'll deal with this one off camera. I got a solder bridge on the back of that one. Alright. Let us see if this works better. I know it will. Flux makes a world of difference. Need to buy some, like, nice flux. Wait, am I crazy? That one looks completely different than that one. Yeah, that one's like real dark and that one's not. Hopefully the quality control is alright between the two of these. Oh, God. They look different. That can't possibly be good. Came off the same reel. Maybe half of them are real and the other half are counterfeits. You run into that sometimes with eBay sellers. Alright. Nah, that's a cold solder joint, but I can come back and fix that one. Let's get all of these guys connected on this side. It's always easy to come back and fix the cold solder joints after. There we go. See, easy enough. That one should be good. You'll notice on the circuit board it's got a spot for a capacitor. Probably, there you go, you can focus. Yeah, well there's a spot for a little ceramic capacitor. You don't really need it. There's a capacitor already built into the chip. It's just for redundancy. That one looks kind of crappy. Let's touch up that one joint right there. This is the. There we go. Yep, those all look good enough. Good enough for my truck. They really don't have to be perfect. It's for me. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I rebuild these instrument clusters, and I have a bad oil pressure gauge in my own truck, but it's one of these older ones. And I have, they're so hard to come by the part. Every time I get a good one, I end up putting it in somebody else's cluster instead of mine. So, I guess, you know, mechanics always drive around beaters. I guess I'll drive around a car that needs an instrument cluster repair. I never take care of my own stuff. Alright. Let's double check the stream health over here, see if it's working right. Because I could be just talking to myself. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, stream health is good. Cool. Alright. Close some of these windows out. I'll probably do a little screen share here in a minute and show the EASYEDA. Alright. The device of much gravity makes this a whole lot easier to do, too. Which is another... Ah, crap. Yeah. You know what? Let's try taking a little bit of that off. That's a little excessive in that one spot. That's not very even. Let's figure this out. I had the technique down the first time I started playing with this circuit board, but it's now been, yeah, there we go. Whole lot less solder on that this time. It was a little excessive before. Okay. Yes, tonight y'all just watch me fuck around with this stuff and try to get it to work. But I think that this one is a important video to do because everyone else doing this uses those 5-volt individually addressable LEDs, and the problem with those is they run at 5 volts, and these trucks run at 12 to 14 volts. So it's nice to have something that runs in the native voltage. Yeah, if you use the WS whatever, the ones that end in 2 instead of 5, they run at 5 volts. These run at 12. That looks good enough. A little crooked, but it looks good enough. This is just proof of concept, really. I was hoping to have a customer for this before I did a video for it, but oh well. That's a little excessive. Alright. Let's see here. Another LED. What are y'all up to this evening other than watching YouTube? Any interesting projects in your garage or workbench or whatever you want to call it? Let's see here. Pull up this chat window because some stuff disappears. There we go. Got that back up so I can see. And I got a text. Let's check that real quick. Good. Good. Alright. Get this guy. But yes, I'd definitely be interested to hear any projects y'all have going on. I always like to know what other people are working on. Ah, made it crooked. Now I'm never gonna get that line back up. God. There we go. Show y'all something funny here in just a second. It was out of pure coincidence that if I knew what I was doing, these would have come out actually a lot differently. Alright. Okay. That's good. Cool. Got these three done. Alright. So, where did I put the face to this thing? I probably put it super far away. I'm sure I did. Yeah, let me go grab that. One sec. Alright. So I definitely didn't plan for this to be the case, but these little chips are exactly the size of that. These would have been perfect if I had put the solder pads on the back side of it instead of the front. Would have just done them on there instead of on here. I'd put them on the top so that way I can put them directly down on the board. Let me grab those 5 volts, explain them, because I got a bunch of them. I've done a couple of them. Let's see, RGB, there they are. Alright, yeah, see, I got just a couple of these 5 volt ones. And so the 5 volt ones come on a nice small circuit board. They come like this, you order them. They only have the three that it goes 5 volts in, data in, ground, and then ground, data out, 5 volt positive. So that's all what there is to these guys. A little bit smaller. I'm definitely gonna shrink this down a little bit more, get it closer to this size. Um, but yeah, when I worked with these, I quickly went, oh, this would be better if this was just a little bit bigger and just had the pads on the top of it, because when you work with them on the newer style instrument clusters, you know, your data and everything's on this side. You have to like put some adhesive down or Captain tape or something, then put it down so that way you don't short everything across the bottom of them. So I was like, I'll do my 12 volt ones with this. I wasn't sure how big these were going to come out. They came out way too big. And I did them a little bit bigger than because I was going to put the capacitor on there. But then once I really started playing with them, I realized the capacitor is definitely excessive. It's a redundancy on top of a redundancy. These are really nice thing about the fives instead of the twos is you have ground 12 volt positive, um, backup in and data in. So then you also have ground 12 volts, data out and backup in, well, backup out. So that way, if one of these dies, it'll still send the data to the other one. So that way, just because one dies doesn't mean the whole series is going to go down. These have no redundancy, so if one dies, the whole thing's done. So yeah, I don't like these. I don't. I've done a couple of them and then had problems with them. So definitely something I don't like them anymore. If somebody wants them, have them. I'm probably never gonna use those again. I might use them for a little project on like some kids' toys or something, but never gonna use them in a car again. Especially after I did a build and then fried it. All right, so let's get to this guy. So let's finish this up, and then we'll play with the app. So, Yeah, not a super exciting video tonight. Let me just go along, tuck this wire in, get the hot glue gun out. Yeah, yeah, because I'm going to mock it up. Hot glue is easy to remove, so I'll use hot glue on this project. I really hate hot glue. I don't use it for much of anything. Hot glue is great for those stupid life hack videos. That way, you know, you can burn down your whole house with a life hack. Give that a second to heat up. I guess while that heats up, I'll kind of get an idea how much cable I need. Let's see here. We're going to have to flip it 180, get to there. So that'll probably work there. I really don't like life hack videos. I really think it's the whole purpose of like life hack videos is to just like make people feel good about themselves. Like they watch the video and they go like, yeah, I could definitely do that. Like there's a that one that oh, I can't remember the YouTuber's name. It's not Michael Reeves, but the other guy. They're buddies. He tried one of the life hack videos, and it was like how to make uh, a hot glue gun out of like cardboard and just a piece of wire wrapped around a piece of aluminum. Just like just catches on fire as soon as you plug it in. Um, yeah, life hack videos are definitely just to make people feel good about themselves or to make money. I guess that's the other incentive to it. Make some money. Yeah, I never verified that my audio was working, so hopefully y'all can hear me. It's a real professional production going on here in this garage. I have been trying to keep my eye out on a broken TV to make like a more natural white light to put on the bench, add some color and depth, as people that are into videos call it. I don't know. Make it look pretty. That's all I'm going for. Alright. Yep. Definitely just using a hot glue gun because it is easily reversible. Get a little rubbing alcohol, it'll come right off. Alright. Oh, shit. I'm making a mess already. I hate hot glue. Of course I would. Sitting here talking crap about it. Yes, get glue all over this thing. I really don't care because this is temporary. This is not staying in this cluster. It's good. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear us. Well, hear me. Hear us. It's just me in here. I'm not going to glue that one down yet. Alright, let me unplug this. Alright. Oh, crap. Melting. Yeah, I'm sure you can see from the video the delay in between y'all typing and the video delay. Alright. So yeah, let's go ahead. Take all of these guys and tin them up. I probably won't torture y'all with the video of me putting every single one of these on. I'll put one more on, and then I'll just I'll make this a little longer. I'll see how long this takes. This takes a while. I'm slow at putting wires on boards. And I will be doing like an actual video on this. It's like edited, so that way I can upload that and kind of bring more attention to these LEDs. I really think these are really cool and underrated LEDs. Like the I really don't get why every tutorial and everything on how to do this is with the the ones that end in 2 that run at 5 volts instead of these, because these are so much better. They have redundancy in them, so if you kill one, they're better. You know, and runs at 12 volts. Your car runs at 12 volts. You know, it has so many advantages. Like, there's probably a reason, other than the fact that these are relatively new. You know, I think I saw that the manufacturer started making these in like 2012 or something. So they're relatively new. They haven't been out for too long. So that might be it. It might be just the other ones are more well known. There are other LEDs that run at 12 volts. I have since discovered, but I just, with the redundancy, having the built-in capacitor, I didn't have to run a capacitor. I had the built-in resistor. Like, everything's already in there for this thing to work. Like, why would I bother with anything else? All right. Let's see here. This device of much gravity is great. Yeah, if you are working with one of these, I would highly suggest you replace it for an Omnivice. The Omnivice is worth the extra few dollars. It's extra quite a few dollars. I think I paid like $5 for my helping hands, and I think well, I got this thrown in for free with that, because I was kind of wheeling and dealing when I was talking to the guy, but I think these are like $75, so they're not exactly cheap. I'm not sure how much they are. Let's see. Data out is green. Just the colors I chose. God, that was a cold solder. God, stop shaking, hand. Give it a nice cold solder joint so shaking. By the way, don't buy 6040 solder. Just pay the extra money and get the what is it, like 3767, whatever it is. I can't think of it. 3467, whatever. Because it doesn't have that semi-solid state that gives you those cold solder joints. Something I recently learned. Always trying to learn more. So, reading really boring NASA solder papers. That's where I learned that one. Backup is blue. I just picked that blue for backup because, B. They both have a B. Green was just left over. That's why it got stuck with being data. Red, black, and blue were easy to remember. Green just got the short end of the stick. Alright. See, yeah, that's the inside. Are those good? Yeah, those are good. Alright. Oh, I didn't tin that yet. Oh, and if you're wondering what's on the menu tonight, it is a White Claw Black Cherry. Very delicious, actually. But I'm a huge fan of seltzer water, so I like them. If you don't like seltzer water, you would hate them. Alright. So you'll notice I made a mistake in the design of the board here. So I got ground on the same side. I got 12 volts on the same side, but then I accidentally put backup in and data out at one spot, and then data in and backup out. So I flipped them. I've since changed the files so that way next time I order these, if I order this size again, they're in the right spot. But yeah, I did make a mistake, which is a great thing about cheap prototyping boards, which is the whole purpose of this company. EASYEDA, and it's like JL, whatever. God, everybody uses it. Here we go. Yeah, JLC PCB. Yeah, here you go. They're not sponsoring this, even though they sponsor like everyone's stuff. But hey, if they want to sponsor a video, here they are. Check them out. Only $2. It really was. It was kind of nice, you know. Whatever. They didn't sponsor this, and swear to God, they didn't pay me to show that. I actually just liked that. I thought that was really cool. The price was pretty fair. I mean, the shipping was not exactly cheap, but I guess you must have finished. Yes, I did. I did. They ran out of those pretty quickly because my wife drank most of them. There were only a couple of left, but after she went out of town, so um, yeah, I ran out of those pretty quick because there were only like two of them. Ah, God. God, that is a nasty cold solder joint. I moved that right in that. Uh, it's just one of those I just don't care today. Like this is my own stuff. If it breaks, I can fix it. I don't care. All right, data. Yeah, data is blue. I mean green, and backup's blue. Look at that. That's a nice one. That one came out nice. Let's fix this. I say I don't care, but I really do. God, can't get that angle right. There we go. Get the angle of the dangle quite right. There we go. I moved at the last second. God, I need to buy some better solder. This is good solder though. It's just it's not the best for what I'm doing. Let's see. So where am I gonna go with that? Yeah, I'm gonna go there, which then brings. We'll have to come around. Let's see. That gives me a little bit of slack there. Alright. See how slow this is? I'm torturing you guys tonight. It's my goal. Really just like a sadomasochist. I just want to torture people on YouTube. Not really. Please don't believe that. Are those going to be really bright? So, fun thing about this, there's a huge advantage to using these. I'm not gonna tell you though until the end. You'll have to see it at the end. So maybe they'll be bright, maybe not. You'll like this. You'll really like this. Hopefully y'all can see the app when I pull it up on my phone, in front of here, because like I said, they're controlled. There's data signals going through here, so you'll see. I can't tell you that. Will they be really bright? Maybe. Although I've played with them, I already know the answer. I'm just gonna not tell you yet until the end. Make you wait and find out. But all right, fine. I won't be that way. You can control the brightness with this, so they can be really bright if you want them to be, or you can turn down the brightness and they won't be that bright. So that's a nice thing about individually addressable LEDs. They don't have to stay the same brightness. They can flash. They can do whatever you want them to do. If you make your own controller, you can literally make them do whatever you want. This one's a little bit limited by the app, but you can control these with an Arduino if you really wanted to. Um, I just don't want to. I'm too lazy. I am way too lazy to mess with an Arduino. Arduinos are really cool though. I actually, my birthday's coming up, and I asked my wife to get me an Arduino kit so I can play with it because I'm a total nerd, and that's what I asked for. I mean, I already have a Arduino. I just don't have a kit. One of the ones with like tutorials and stuff to. I don't know anything about programming. I really don't. Something kind of interested in learning more about. Not really, because I've tried. I've tried to learn it a couple of times. But there's too much sitting. I know PHP. I can do some like web design stuff, but I don't know any useful languages like Java or Python. Don't know any of it. C. I mean, I know Basic. Basic used to be useful back when you had like a Windows 98 computer, but not too useful anymore. I cheated in math class. I used Basic to solve all my math problems, teachers, I was like, oh, you're doing so good with this. Why do you never show your work, though? Because the computer you're letting me use. Because they'd like lock us out of the calculator and stuff on the computer. But you could run command prompt and get basic open. So yeah, yeah, I think these are pretty neat LEDs. I like the way they come out. I think they look really nice too. And you know, the other thing is you don't have to use this controller. You can use this controller too. And as you can see on this, if you can read it, music controller. It's got a little audio in, and the lights will dance to the music. So, if you get like a competition audio card, perfect for those guys. Especially because, you can light up the instrument cluster and then just have another wire coming out and run it to the AC controller or to some LED strip lights underneath the dash or whatever you want to do. Really, I mean, it's LEDs, whatever you feel like hacking with them, they will do it. And if you make them dance to the music, competition audio guys love it. If you're just doing it just for somebody for their car, I prefer these ones. I think the app is better for the 05E over the 07E. I think it's E is what they end in. Yeah, 07E. The 07E is the one that dances to music. This one has a better app. So that's my opinion on it. And of course, if you're doing it with, like, I'm pretty sure you can control these things with a Raspberry Pi too. So if you had like the Android radio kit that you build out of Raspberry Pi and all of that, um, you could probably control these LEDs with that too. Have it all kind of integrated, like whole car integration. I don't know, be kind of neat. There's, I've never done one of the. I think is it like Android radio or whatever is what they call it. It runs on a Pi. They look cool. I've never done one though. Never really even seen one in person. I've just seen videos on them. They look pretty cool. Let's see. Data is, yeah, green. I'm gonna burn my hand. Let me turn this around. Make it a more natural position. Your circuit board does not have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable. In the great words of Louis Rossman. He would say that MacBook does not deserve to be comfortable. Let's see here. Data is green. Backup is blue. Sorry, I talked to myself. Alright. Almost there, guys. Almost there. The pain is almost over. Maybe I'll quit torturing you after this one. I'll just put this one on and this last one can sit. It's only one more. It's only one more. Just stick to it. Just stick to it. Let's just focus. Let's see how many people are watching tonight. We got two. Two. Same as normal. I'm happy. As long as it's not less than two. Alright, bring that chat back up so I can see it. Since they disappear and it just keeps, remember to guard privacy. God, whatever. Hey, I'm figuring this stuff out. I'm surprised I even have video, the chat popping up at all during the video. It's something I didn't think I would figure out. I saw how to do it with Twitch, and it's pretty easy to do with Twitch, but just see here. Data in. Make sure I didn't put that one on backwards too. Yeah, get that one on right. I don't know what would happen if you put it on backwards. Probably just wouldn't work. But that is why I put that silk screen on there. It's because I knew I would not remember the pinout of this chip or where I ran everything. Let's see. B is backup blue. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Now I forgot where you went. You're supposed to go there. Yeah, that's gonna have so much excess wire. I made that way too long. Oh well. I'll have to tuck that somewhere. Somewhere that it doesn't hit. Alright, and then we'll just go around that way. And that'll be it. One more. Just one more. Thank God. I did a couple of them off camera. I actually did these two forever ago. These two I probably did like a month ago. And then I did one just to make sure I still remembered how to put it together off camera. And yeah, it was fine. So let's not go with so much slack last time. That should work. Totally just guessing here if you can't tell. Alright. Yeah, it's only 8:56 here. It's not bad. Figured I'd be doing this till like 11 when I first decided I was gonna do a stream on a whim. Yeah, that's really what I need to do to get more viewers, is to not just do these on a whim and do like an event, so that way YouTube can kind of put me in the algorithms there. I almost wasted a bunch of money this week. I was trying to buy, parts for the computer, and there was somebody that had this deal that was just way too good to be true on eBay, and I put a bid on it, and then like 30 seconds later I realized that guy had never had anything for sale before on eBay, and so I quickly retracted that bid. It was a Threadripper, AMD Threadripper that had a what was it? Is 1080 Ti in it, I think was the GPU. Like, I can't remember. I think it's a 1080 Ti. It might have just been a 1060, but still, good enough GPU with a $300 motherboard and $1,000 processor in it, selling for like 700 bucks. I mean, it was a bid, but nobody else had bid on it. And it was about to end. It had like 30 minutes left on it. But then I quickly went, oh wait, that seller has 0 reviews. This is probably a scam. So, yep. And then it's been busy week at work. Since I had been out of work for over a month, I've been out of work, like just off work because of the whole situation with the baby in Tallahassee. Had not been into work for yeah, 2 months. I forgot to tin those wires first. So it's been a busy week too. Haven't had much time to focus in on trying to plan out any videos or anything. So definitely haven't had time to go to the junkyard to get that ECU I need to make the video for making the controller. Plus, I need to do some research on that one anyways. I need to know what range potentiometers I need for those sensors, because I don't know what the feedback range is on the water temp and trans temp and all of that. I just don't know. I dropped ground, whatever. I can do that one by hand later. Been keeping my eye out on that fume extractor I've been wanting, but I just have not seen a decent deal come up. None at all. They are all super expensive, especially because they're so big. How much? I think I can convince the owner of the junkyard to give it to me for free because I know the guy. um, I have no idea how much. I don't think I need the body control module. I don't think I do. I mean, I would need it to get like full, like every single message on there and everything. But I think the class 2 signals that say the temperature and stuff aren't specific to it. I I don't know though. I need to do more homework. I really just have not done the homework on it. Um, yeah, that's all there is to it. Is I really need to do more homework. So I don't want to be out spouting a bunch of stuff saying, hey, this is all what you need. You only need an ECU. I need to do my homework. I need to play with it and figure out for sure. Um, but I think you only need the computer to get the gauges that you want to work. Um, and for speedo and tacho, you're just gonna use a signal generator for that. Unfortunately, my cheap Chinese signal generator I have is putting like a I don't know how much voltage it's putting through it. It's supposed to be 5 volts, but it's enough to shock you when you touch it. So I am not sure how much is actually running through. I should go put it on the voltmeter, but yeah, it worked for about 10 minutes and it started shocking me when I touched it. Because it worked for about 10 minutes. It was pulsing the speedo and tacho on one of these, and then it quit pulsing, and I was like, what? And I touched it, it shocked me, and it's like, oh, okay. That's definitely not right, because that should have been 5 volts pulsing. I think it's Field Tech. Might be KK Moon, but I think it's Field Tech. It's one of those really cheap Chinese ones. I got it on eBay or not eBay, Amazon. Got that one on Amazon. I think it's like 20, 30 bucks. God, I just can't hold my hand steady. There we go. There we go. All right, last one, and then we can put this all together. Look at that. Look at that. I stuck to it and finished it. That's out. I got it upside down. There we go. Here's in. Yep. I wish I knew. I wish I knew, and I could just tell you, like, yeah, you just need the BCM, or, you know, I just don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Yeah, it's one way to find out. I go unplug my BCM and see if I can get it to start. And in case you're wondering, you go, hey, you got that backup going into all of them. What do you do with the first one? The very first one, you short the backup to ground. So the backup in port needs to be shorted to ground. And the way I did that is uh, backup in is the um, the top one, and ground is the one right below it. So I just made a solder bridge in between the two right there to do that. All right, let's get this hot glue gun back up and putting snot on everything. And then we will finish with running the app. I'll shove that back in some. I guess I'll grab the book and figure out which one's 12 volts on all of that. Let's see here. Here's my cheat book with my cluster pinouts that I printed. Let me put this in some. When I have to manually figure them out myself, I'll just do it on a piece of paper. Let's put that back in and close it. Alright, let's see here. Alright, 99 to 02. So ground will be A6. Let me just write that down on my workbench so I don't forget. If I can find a pen. Alright. Let's just write it down. A6 is negative, and instruments apply. I want to have it where I can turn it on all the time. Where is constant 12 volt? No, I don't want constant. Ignition, that's going to be A4. I'm going to use A4 as my positive on this. Because I want to be able to turn it on. No, let's not do that. Let's run it off of the lamp supply. That's A7. Let's use A7. Alright. We'll wire it in the way it should be. Alright. Let's see here. Hopefully the angle of the angle will work. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. So much hot glue because I just don't care. That looks so stupid. Oh well. Who cares? This is just proofing. Just figuring out if it'll work. Yeah, little rubbing alcohol will take all of that glue off. I know that is not the way I was originally going to route those wires either. Ah, that's probably cold by now. Probably need more glue. Yep. God, I hate hot glue. I think is there we go. And that sticks off too far, I think. That's gonna give me problems. Oh well. Proof of concept, that's all we're doing here. Prototyping, making sure everything will work right. Make sure that'll fit. That should fit. Let's just tuck all of that. Oh god, that's ghetto. Oh well. Let's see here. Let's find a face and put it on it. Alright. Those wires stick out too far on that one. Okay. Alright, only one of them's in the way though. It'll work for this moment. Let's see here. Do we burn it up? Did I mess anything up? Alright, oh. Let's see. Looks like I did. Let's see what I messed up. Alright. Nope, I didn't mess anything up. They're all working. Alright. Okay, let's get in the app and play with it. Let's see what we can do with it. Instead of trying to play with it on there. It fits. This one just needs to move over a little bit because that's hitting. That's really all what I cared about. Let's go with that. Figure this out. Let's see. Open the app up. Alright. Magic LED. Connect. Alright, let's see here. It is connecting. God, this app is sometimes glitchy, especially if I turn this off before I get to it. So this might actually not work. Because I did test it off camera. Let's see if I can get it to work. Come on, connect. There we go. We're connected. There we go. Back to control of it. So yeah, so there we go. We got brightness is right here. So I can just turn down the brightness. That way they can be as dim or as bright as I want. And I don't have to run solid colors. Go auto, where it just kind of automatically filters through the different colors on it. Let me go change the settings in this though, because I do need total number picks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So I have it set where it thinks there's 9, so let me change it to 6, so that way it's the right number, so that way it behaves correctly. Alright, go back. Okay, cool. So I don't think y'all could see that. So you go to the gear, and then you pick the type of bulb. Alright, so this app does not support the WS2815, which is what these are, but the WS2811 is the exact same protocol, so it'll work, and it is in green, red, blue order for it, and then you set your number of pixels up here. So then go back and see, I have it going in auto, where it'll just kind of auto cycle through some of the different modes on it. Turn up or down the brightness. Like that's brightness all the way down, can hardly even see it. Turn it all the way up. You can up the speed, which there you go, you can have a seizure, and turn the speed all the way down, and it'll go real slow. So, you got options of what it's gonna do. So now let me wire it in to like actually be wired into the board, and I'll power the whole thing up. Let's see. Let's just go with this. Alright. Let's just say that should be enough slack there. Alright, I only need black and red. Okay, let's flip this thing over. Shoot. A6 should be 1, 2, 6. No, it's gonna go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yep, because that looks more like a ground than that. Let me find the connector though and verify that. Let's see. That's the wrong one. That one looks like that's probably A6. Let's see. So top of the clip goes up, and the top is A. And so, yeah, A6 is going to be that one, that big fat ground right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I write that down wrong? Let's check this. Because I'm just going to tap into the board here and just run 2 wires out. And then power the whole thing. So let's see. A6. Looking at this, yeah, A6 is definitely A ground. And let's see, so yeah. Okay. Let's go with A7. Alright, I am totally second guessing myself even though I know I'm right. Let me grab the multimeter and just verify. So, let's see, I'm not sure which one's good. Let's see. Alright, yep, so A6 is ground. This one. Yep, and that's positive. So these are the 2 that I need. Cool. That's easy enough. Alright, let's go do ground first. And I need wire strippers. Yeah, I'm totally gonna just tap right into that connector right there. Because it'll work, it'll do the job. And then, let's see, we said this is positive. Get all that glue out of the way for, oh, well, it won't work if it's not turned on. Alright. extra solder there. Alright. And, yep, A6 is our ground. I didn't think I had any sort of connection there, but apparently I did. Whoops. Oh well. Let's clean up that before I kill this whole board with that. Ugh. Flux. Save my life, Flux, please. Save me from these soldering atrocities I've committed to this board. Ooh. Ooh. That was almost hot. There we go. Alright. So there's that. I guess I'm gonna have to, yeah, pop that. Good, that one just popped free on its own. It's just not gonna be lined up right. That's fine. I don't really care. This is, again, just mocking up. Alright. Let's see here. You can disconnect these guys. Alright. Oh, this is so ghetto. This mock-up. Oh god, I put my whole microphone cable into it. Oh, I'm doing this completely off camera. I'm not paying attention, am I? Let's see if this works. I know I didn't plug in the screen. I really don't care about the screen right now. Alright. Yep, so you'll notice there are 3 cables coming out of this because clock is not used on here. Just the data lines. Alright, let's go plug in this. This is definitely more like one of those more or less permanent changes you'd be doing to somebody's cluster and not undoing. Some of the other ones that I've seen that people do where they use like those like kits you can buy at the parts store that have like the buck converter already built into it and everything because it's using the WS12s or 11s and both of those run at 5 volts. Where is that screwdriver? I have like a little tiny screwdriver for there. That one might work. That one's for my oscilloscope, but it should work. Alright. VCC. With them being all professional, saying VCC instead of volt. In. Yeah, that didn't catch it at all. Let's try again. Let's see, this could be a total fail and these LEDs not even be bright enough to be seen. Who knows? That's what happens with these live streams. You just don't know what's going to happen. Alright. Let's see. Hopefully I don't burn this up. Hopefully there's no short on there. I'm not going to double check. You know, you only live once. Let's just plug this in and see what happens. It's great when it's your own equipment and you don't have to worry about breaking it. It's like, Okay, it works. Let's see if we can... But do we have the LEDs? Are the LEDs working? LEDs are not on. Why are the LEDs not on? Is the question. Do I not have a connection in here? What have I done to it? Probably have these two backwards or have it on there backwards. Let's see. Let's change this to DC voltage. Yeah. Voltage, DC. Yep, there we go. Probably have this wired backwards. Let me just go ahead and pop these guys out. Oh, I actually might have just been connected to the plastic on there. Yeah, there we go. Looks like the LEDs are on now. Nope. Okay, yeah, let's just check this with the voltmeter. Let's see what we got over here. A backwards connection. Hopefully we didn't fry anything. See? Told you I wasn't going to double check it. Mistakes were made. Hopefully we didn't kill everything. Alright. Loose enough on there. These are incredibly durable. They're actually not dead. Reverse polarity still works. Yeah. There we go. So they're plenty visible. They're plenty bright. However, they're hard to see on camera. I can see them just fine, but it's like in a lit room. Let's go back into this and see if I damaged the controller. I'm connected. Yeah, that's got brightness all the way up. They really are plenty visible to me. I can see them just fine. However, let me go turn off the overhead light and see if they come out better for y'all. Honestly, I would change it though. I'd put another light up top. One of them seems to be damaged. It seems to be running red instead of yeah. Looks like reversing the polarity damaged one of them. Because that one is just stuck in red. Just the second one. That's weird. Yeah, looks like reversing the polarity did damage one LED. Yeah, that's the nice thing about redundancy though, is everything else works except for just that one. So, yeah. Hey, we only killed one of them by reversing the polarity. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Alright. Alright, turn this off. So yeah, that one, and let's double check it now. Ooh, those screens get warm. I knew they got warm, I just hadn't messed with them. Alright, let's see what we get here. See, we got a voltage spike that just damaged all of them. Because this is, the whole purpose of this is to figure out if these things are viable, or if there's a reason why they're not used. Because that might be it. Let's see here. Alright, and now the controller's not showing it. The app is so glitchy. Okay, there we go, now the controller's showing up. Nope, they all work except for that one. Let's see, is it a wiring issue on this one? Nope, it's just a damaged LED. Cool. Easy enough to fix. Just replace that one. Yeah, I'm sure that was just reversing the polarity that damaged it. Because it was working fine before. And now it's not. Alright. Let's see if I can get that excess solder off of this one and just use it. Actually, it'll probably come off with the flux that I'm going to end up using. Best course of action. I want to use the hot air to take this off because there's 6 legs on there and I think it'll be the easiest way to get it off. But I'm sure I'm going to melt everything around it. Oh well. Let's go for it. Hot air it is because I am lazy and don't want to desolder all 6 legs. Actually, no, not hot air. We're going to use 2 wedge tips. Let's take this guy off. Let's put this on. Put that back. See, do I have the... Nope, I don't have it. And I didn't mean wedge tip, I meant knife blades. 2 knife blades. There we go. Let's let this one heat up. Alright, this guy's the slow one, so I don't use it so much. Alright. There we go. Haha. No hot air melting everything. Easy enough. Alright. Should start doing the military saying too easy. Alright. And then I'll probably just let this thing run for like an hour after. Obviously, not gonna torture y'all with that. Have y'all watch me burn in basically just testing this to see if it's durable or not at. And who knows, it could have just been a questionable solder joint. I just don't have time to screw around and see if this still works. Alright. Let's turn it back on and see what happens. Okay. It flickered the wrong color for a second. Where does it go from there? And go back into the app. Normally the app normally the controller remembers, but it was probably just because I've been just turning it off. There we go, see? We're back to having them all function. Yeah, and that's it. That's really all there is to it. Alright, let's turn this thing back off and put it all the way back together and see what happens. That's weird that... Oh yeah, because this one gets the backup data too, so when this stops sending, it's going to switch over to backup real quick. That makes sense why this one's different than that one when it turns off. Alright. Put it all the way back together. Let's put the screen on this time. Yeah. Who really cares if we're lined up all the way right with everything? Yeah, that pixel's sliding out because it's not glued down anymore. Yeah, hot glue is not what you're going to want to permanently attach these to it with. And you're going to have to cut a small hole, like right there or something, for the wires to come through in the plastic. So, like I said, this is a pretty permanent change to the whole thing. But, there we go. Let's turn that on. And then turn off the lights and see how even this is. Yeah, this is all working. Alright, let me set this down, turn off the main light. Yeah, I am not liking that on here. Oh, you can't see my hand because it's dark. It's a little bit dim up there. Everything else. Red does not come through good on this cluster though because of the blue tint to it. So let's try a different color and see if this might need an extra LED in it compared to the original. Let's go into the app. God, gotta open up the app again. Yeah, see, it is a little bit dim up at the top corner there, so I guess with this particular cluster, you really need to add another light up top there. I know for, because I've already done these in the other, in the newer models, since it has more LEDs throughout, you don't run into that problem. Like the O3 and up, you don't run into that problem of it being dim up top. I didn't think I would run into it in this one, but it does. The other one uses 9 LEDs. This one uses 6, so that doesn't surprise me that it's got a dim spot. Let's go ahead and just let it cycle through some of the modes. Yeah, definitely has a dim spot, but other than that, it's got good even light up of everything else. So I'll just add another LED up top there, and that'll be it. It'll look good. Maybe even be an angle issue. I might just have to angle them. I don't like red on this cluster though. Red is definitely not the way to go. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. So, hopefully y'all liked this. Let's go through some of the other modes this thing has before I shut off the video. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go through. And I can speed them up too. So yeah, some of them just kind of scroll in one direction, and then that one just kind of flashes there. So it's got a couple different modes for it. And depending on whatever controller you use, you'll have different modes. So I kind of like the pulse. I think it looks good. Yeah, just gonna add one more LED up there, and I think I'll call it good. But I like these individually addressable LEDs, so let's go ahead and get out of mode. Just put it like solid green. Green does. God, that camera does not see that green at all. It looks a whole lot better in person than on that camera. I might have to change one of my color temperatures on here, or just get a better camera. Yeah, that green looks white, but it is very green to me. Let's go with just like a natural. That's white. All right, but so going into the brightness, so obviously we have this dim spot because it's just not right, but you can really get it down to where it's not super bright, unlike what you run into with some of the other ones. And I'm definitely kind of over voltaging this. I mean, as you can see over here, we're almost at 16 volts. Let me adjust this guy down. Go with the coarse adjustment. Sorry. Needed the flashlight there. There we go. So yeah, apparently these are pretty durable to a little bit of over voltage there, because that was at almost 16 volts and it didn't kill them all. So I think these LEDs are a definite win. Oh God, my stream is terrible health. Oh, I'm offline. Offline. Okay, I got terrible stream health. I'm probably, yeah, I am probably just gonna go ahead and call this video now. I did not realize how bad my stream health was. I have like 0 frames per second. So, let me go ahead and turn all that back on. God, I am sorry about that stream health. I need better internet. That's all is what I have to say to that. I need some better internet. But I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. I am going offline. So, yeah. Yeah, y'all are experiencing buffering. Oh man, I will type a message just so that way I make sure it gets out. I So yeah, I'm happy with the way it came out. I'm definitely about to kill the stream here. Only thing I'm going to change is I got to figure out how to fit another LED in there. Let's unplug this screen. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I guess I'm just going to have to put it on top of here, but I'm afraid it'll be too bright. You know what? I think I know what's going on. I think this is not lined up with that because there's holes in the bottom. So probably what I'm running into is that I am hitting those. I'm not hitting the beam of light directly into the hole. So probably better setup. Glue these directly to this. So yeah, hey, this was experimenting. I'm happy with the way it came out. Um, I definitely have some changes. I definitely don't like this design I did on the board. I want to put the solder on the back of them. So solder pads are going to go to the back, and then I will do another one. So, yeah, I like this live stream. I like how this went. But yeah, I definitely have some revisions to do before I do the actual video on these. So that way when I put them out, because when I put it out as like an official video of like, hey, this is how you do it, and tutorial, um, I want it to be a good product that's not going to just die on there. But yeah. Stream didn't go exactly as I planned. Definitely dropped some Wi-Fi here. Get a terrible, terrible stream health there. It's like it's yelling at me in red on the YouTube screen there. But yeah, it's a good proof of concept. These will work. I just want to do them different for this one. They work better in the other instrument cluster in the O7s, or I sorry, the O3 to O6. So. All right. Well, I hope you have a good evening. I hope you learned something. I hope you like these. Definitely, I will have a video in the future on how I designed them, where you can order all the parts, and yeah, the final product will be coming out real soon. It does take me forever to get these though, because the company that ships these prototype boards are coming out of China. It takes like 2 weeks for me to get them. So I'll design a new prototype board with a upside down on the other side tomorrow. I'll order them, and it'll be about 2 weeks till I get them. So yeah, look forward to that next month probably for the video to actually happen. I should have more time next month too, so it'll be quicker to get videos out. I shouldn't be as busy next month. So yeah, I just got 150 stepper motors in the mail today, so I'm happy about that because I've run out. But yeah, that's about it for me. I hope you have a good evening. I know you have subscribed, and I know you're the only person watching right now. But anybody that watches this in the future, like and subscribe. Have a good evening.